this morning. Imagine this. After splitting up with her partner, my next guest found herself in the middle of the Costa Rican jungle surrounded by monkeys, disease, and 8 complete total strangers. So what happened next? Well, she did survive to tell the tale. She joins us, author and researcher Vanessa Woods. Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning, Kerri-Anne.
Well, you got rid of the boyfriend who was a pain, and
tragic.
You ran away to find adventure?
Yeah, well, I really wanted to say that, I heard about these monkeys and they were so fascinating, because they are. But actually, I got dumped by the man I thought I was going to marry. I was so in love with him, and so, what happens is you kind of go a little crazy. Back part of your brain starts reacting. You get anxiety, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder. So I just quit my job, packed everything, and then went to Costa Rica. I'd never seen these monkeys before. I had no idea even what they looked like.
So you became a research assistant in Costa Rica?
With no experience at all.
Okay, so you're now in the middle of where?
So it's in the middle of the Costa Rican jungle, which is a very sort of thick, almost sort of impenetrable forest because they logged it, and so it's full of snakes and killer bees and these very ugly monkeys.
Some of us go to the beach.
Some of us do go to the beach, Kerri-Anne. Some of us cut our hair, buy some boots, go to a couple of parties and get over it. But no, I had to do the complete.
So here you are in the middle of this dense jungle with no experience studying monkeys, with 8 complete strangers who, let me guess, if you go to the middle of the Costa Rican jungle, there's a reason why you're there and you're running away from the world. So you've got nutters around you.
Well, if we weren't nutters to start with, we were nutters by the end. Because what happens in situations of isolation and confinement, you imagine taking any 8 people, and it happens all the time, reality TV shows like Big Brother. You take these people, you put them in, you lock them up, you don't let them see anybody else. And, they've done all these studies that show these symptoms that come up, like anxiety, depression, alcoholism. People start sort of just, the relationships are so intense. You don't have any nice working relationships. You either really love someone or you want to stab them eyeball out with a fork.
Okay, so the monkeys, the human behaviour is obviously a bit more interesting than the monkey behaviour. Who are we looking at here? What are these monkeys?
Oh, so these are the white-faced capuchin monkeys we were studying, and this is how I have found them. They're the size of cats, and they tried to kill me at least 2 times. So, I mean, they're really intensely aggressive, and their relationships are also really intense.
So what did you learn in your observation? Because you're watching these monkeys 14 hours a day.
3:30 in the morning.
Okay, What's their personality?
Well, as I said, I didn't understand them when I first got in because their relationships are very intense and they can get very aggressive. And but what you realise is that with the people in the household, we also became very intense and aggressive. And the other thing about monkeys is they're completely obsessed with sex. Anytime somebody has sex, the whole group rushes over because they want to know what's going on. And then after about, 4 months in the jungle, it was the same with us. And so, we were completely obsessed. We were completely...
With monkeys?
No, with the sexual relations of everyone. Monkeys, humans, it just
I'm working with you here.
Yeah, well, it was just really important to know who everybody else was sleeping with in a way that it's just not when, you're in the normal world.
Okay. What's the personality traits of the monkeys?
Well, there's different...
Who did you have sex with?
No, well, I had
No,
to...
okay, I don't want to go there.
No, that's a long story, Kerri-Anne. The monkeys, they've got different personalities.
So these are nice monkeys or bad monkeys?
Well, they were different monkeys.
How do they react to each other when they're having a fight?
Sometimes they kill each other. There was this one monkey, it got all its intestines ripped out. But, sometimes if they sort of want to resolve their fight, then they have sex. And the girls can have sex with the girls, and the boys can have sexual activity with the boys. So it's a sort of a tension-relieving exercise.
And you're in the middle of the jungle with all these people and watching these monkeys.
All day.
Okay. Yeah. Now you're in the Congo. You've really moved up, haven't you?
Well, it's funny because when I
What are the monkeys you're studying in the Congo?
Well, these aren't monkeys, they're great apes. So the monkeys have tails, and the great apes are very closely related
And
to
what's
humans.
their personality?
Well, there's 2 different kinds. So we're studying chimpanzees and bonobos, and both of these share 98% of our DNA. And
That's our closest relation.
They're our closest living relatives. So they're about as closely related to humans as horses are to zebra.
Are we as civilised as we think when you've spent months and years observing monkeys?
No, we're not. All you have to do is lock yourself up with a bunch of people, and very, very quickly you'll find
this is gorgeous.
Human sort of civilization just completely degenerates, and we're very similar to our cousins if you sort of.
What sort of monkey is this?
So this is a bonobo. They're very endangered. There's only about 5,000 left in the wild.
Are they nice to each other?
They're absolutely beautiful. These are also, I mean, these just take sexual activity to the extreme. Any time anybody gets even remotely anxious or upset, they just have sex and everything's okay. So they live in a very peaceful society. There's practically no violence.
So you've got peaceful monkeys and volatile monkeys?
Yes, that's right.
Peaceful people, volatile people.
That's right.
There's a lesson in this. Don't go to the Costa Rican jungle.
No, get your hair cut.
Hey, you've written a true life story about that, and well done. And can't wait to hear the adventures from the Congo. Vanessa, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, we've got more coming up. Here's an idea for you.
I'm sure many of our viewers are familiar with corral dinnerware.